touch my son, I'll kill you.
Sleepless is directed by Baron Boadar and stars Jamie Foxx, Michelle Monaghan, Dermot Mulroney and Gabrielle Union. A cop who is undercover with a massive criminal drug ring in Vegas is compromised when he reveals himself in order to get his kidnapped son back from the drug leaders who took him. Now on the run with his son, they battle their way through a casino in order to escape. I went into this expecting some fun action and violence, however this movie is very disappointing, but then again, what was I really expecting? First off, the acting. Everybody in this movie, minus a couple, are so lazy in this. They all seem like they are half asleep during this movie, like they don't want to be there. This is particularly apparent with Jamie Foxx, who delivers a very dry performance, which I was very disappointed in, especially when it's Jamie Foxx. The best way to describe this movie is sloppy. The acting is very bare, the action is all over the place, and the movie never seems to focus on the plot, as it really wants to show all these different storylines and characters that all link to one another in one way or another. This makes the movie unnecessarily cluttered and confusing when it doesn't need to be at all. This should have had the one central plot of an undercover cop trying to get his son back, similar to Taken. However, this film likes to add in the idea of dirty cops and the concept of not being able to trust anyone, which makes it stupidly busy and over the top when it's just not needed. This movie also has loads of stupid moments in it. For example, there is a moment where the son gets his hand broken, but then a couple of scenes later he's driving a car with no issues and it's never brought up again. This makes the movie feel really rushed and inconsistent, and it just adds to the overall unpolished experience that this movie is. Then at the end of the movie they set it up for a sequel, but will it ever get one? Probably not. In fact, I hope it doesn't, because based on this movie, if it can't handle itself, never mind a sequel and even a third movie, it just can't handle it on its own. There were a couple of things I liked though. The kid who played the son was actually pretty good in his role, which is nice to see because he is a kid actor, and one of the villain characters was very good and actually entertaining in a couple of scenes he was in. There is also a decent car chase towards the end, which is kinda cool but not up to the standard it should be. That's the only action set piece that was kind of entertaining, whereas the rest of it was just terrible, to be honest. Overall, Sleepless is not a good movie, but it's not a bad movie either. It's just a terribly unpolished movie, with an overcomplicated plot and dry acting mixed in with sloppy action. This movie just comes off as being rushed, with little care put into the plot or characters. I give Sleepless a D.